Looking live at the Link. Welcome, football fans, to Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, a fun matchup in store. It's the Las Vegas Raiders and the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. This makes it up to the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
He just missed that Super Bowl a couple years ago, but Hurts and those Eagles, they got it last year, Kate. And remember, he was the MVP in that win. And kind of like he was all season, he's just a stabilizing force. He makes people around him better, and he's a Super Bowl champ to boot.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And an Eagles first down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. He'll slide down after picking up a couple. 2nd down upcoming.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's keeping it again. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for an Eagles first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Motion man left is Brown. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And no yak this time. They got on him quickly, down at the 32-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down, a run with Barkley. He's got it in the red zone. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
21 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the 2nd level and beyond.
Working inside the red zone. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. Well, Brock, this was the type of start we expected, right? Given the lopsided matchup we've got, now it's up to their opponents to start giving them a challenge. Keep this one competitive.
Easier said than done, and you know that, Kate, playing as severe underdogs on the road, how they respond on this next drive is going to be really telling for the direction this game goes.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Dylan Laube on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And leading them out, you and I have both covered this guy, Brock, a veteran drafted back in 2013, coming off a career high in passing yards last season. It's Geno Smith.
Not been a whole lot of careers quite like Geno's. The miraculous second act of his career in 2022 is now old news. And I think it's because of a stubbornness, a stick-to-itiveness, and a competitiveness if you have.
Motioning one of the tight ends. Now first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Back to Genty. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. That's Lockett. He brings it in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And that's a Vegas first down.
A gain of 19 yards. And a Las Vegas first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Putting a receiver in motion. Smith on first down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Shotgun snap to Smith. Pass caught by Jack Besh. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Now Smith taking off with it. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So now on 4th down, the Raiders elected to send Daniel Carlson out for the field goal. From the left hash, 54 yards out. It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And the deficit stays at 7.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their 2nd possession.
And Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Yeah, he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They gained 11 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first 2 plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only 1 play away from putting points on the board.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Receiver in motion, going left. Hurts now from the gun. This one's caught. And he couldn't get much there, but what he did get was absolutely crucial. That makes it 1st and goal.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and goal now from the 6 after that last play. Hurts setting up to throw. Gets it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Leading the offense out there, it's 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he gets in, touchdown. The Eagles get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Raiders nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Roundy with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Now Smith taking off with it. Deciding to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. They catch it behind the line. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
From the gun, Smith. Next on the crosser. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Smith looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Now the Raiders readying for the punt, and they'll turn to former All-Pro A.J. Cole for the kick. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, well, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, Kate, and unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he's all the way up to the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the 1st, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. So first time we've seen one of his passes hit the ground this game, Brock. He had been perfect before that one.
Well, we hear it and we know it, right? The team that makes fewer mistakes in this league typically wins the game. Yeah, that was what would you call a first mistake throwing the ball, and they still got the lead thanks to earlier efforts.
This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That play good for 17 and a first down.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So first down from the 41. And again, here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Back to throw, Hurts. Pass it down close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 20-zip lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 21-zip already.
Raiders nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Laube with the return. Making some progress here. Average team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. Genty from the gun. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Went the wrong way on first down, Brock. Here comes second and 12. Out of the gun, here's Smith. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. He's going to take this down to the opposing 44.
It's a gain of 23
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Shotgun give here to Genty. He's still going at the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Here's Smith. He's going to pull this one down and run with it. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders cut into the lead. Geno Smith with a touchdown. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it to.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game.
Raiders 7.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Tank Bigsby here with the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 31. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down.
A 2-yard loss brings up 3rd down and 12.
And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the 1st quarter. 21-7 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll need something big here to start out. It's 3rd and long. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has him on a quick hitter. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. his return from the 23. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. They got the job done there last time out. Still trailing by a lot, though, so they're going to need a repeat of that touchdown here. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. Cuts it to the right sideline. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. A pickup of 17. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for Tyler Lockett on that play. And now it's 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Jeanty on the give. He's headed right. The 2nd down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Smith back to throw. It's complete. This is Bowers. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. But a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
So 1st down from the 41. Smith taking off with it. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's the backup. First throw. Short pass brought in. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Like a drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. O'Connell now against a blitz. And they get to him again! It's the exact opposite of what this offense needed. They now face 4th down.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
A.J. Cole on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Finds Barkley underneath. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Finds his man over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. He'll go from the gun with Barkley. Has some daylight through the 40. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run and he can get a first down too.
1st and 10 from the 43. Hurts setting up to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Devin White hauls him down.
Makes it 3rd.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. New set of downs for him from the 31. This slide puts a bow on this play after a gain of about 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Barkley trying this up the gut. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Pass caught. 9-yard line. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Eagles first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They're going to run with Barkley. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Guessing everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
5-yard line.
2nd and goal coming up. 5 yards to the end zone. Pressure coming. It's Hurts. And this time they can't connect, so that's incomplete. It's been favoring their back this drive. Let's see if it's going to continue now on 3rd down.
Okay, we've seen this running back pretty busy here early on in the passing game, and not just with checkdowns. You could tell this was going to be part of the game plan, and I don't think one incompletion here to him is going to deter that effort.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
Eagles 28, Raiders 7.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Roundy with the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. And off to Genty. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming, so managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
And go play fake here with Smith. On him quick, and they bring it down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. 3rd and long for him here. He's going to try to drop it in, deep right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Play action, Hurts has it. Taking a shot deep here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Still at the 40 here, 2nd and 10. They go play fake with Hurts.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Nickel set here from the Raiders, 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. It's fielded at the 14. And the coverage team is there as he fields it. So almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Caught, Trey Tucker makes the play. And they're going to catch him right as he gets this to the 30. A gain of 15 there. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Giving this to Jeanty. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Out of the gun, here's Smith. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Such a big part of that breakup, Kate, or any breakup as a corner, is your positioning relative to the target, and really the timing of it all. You could be in the right spot, but if you don't time it, that ball is still caught at this league. That corner played that one nearly perfectly.
Throwing on 3rd, Smith. Holding by Lockett, right side. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. and nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On first down, Genty. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Zone read, they'll give it to Genty. Shoots away from 1. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Smith. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Smith back to throw. Got a man, it's Dante Thornton Jr. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
11 yards.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. Smith to the air now. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so they'll luckily hang on to possession.
Smith sacked. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. More football from the link coming up in just a moment. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. Baby, there's way too much behind that kick, and he knew it. That's all the way over the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots at this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. They're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, they need 7. They'll send a receiver left. Now Barkley. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Darian Porter in on the stop.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he's all the way up to the 41. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So 1st down from the 41. Hurts the throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard 12.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Completed left side to Smith. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Philadelphia going to spend its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
At the 42-yard line.
Five still to go here. This is 2nd down. It's Hurts once again. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. Hurts throwing again. Dumps it off to Barkley, complete. Breaks the tackle, he's got space ahead. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Samir White on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Raiders and running back Ashton Jeanty headed back out there. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Coming left is Jeanty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Looking to throw, Smith. Caught on the comeback route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 24 on that play. And that's a Vegas first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First down, Smith to throw. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Man in motion, headed right. Back to the air, it's Smith. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He'll get gets 16 yards on that play. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Another Raiders first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone on first. Pass taken in by Lockett. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Now Smith. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Raiders get it back to a 14-point game.
Raiders 14.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has it with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Motion man left is Brown. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to have this out near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, around with Barkley. He's got a gain of 6 there. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Cooper going in motion right. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Brings up third
It is
down.
so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
It's a sneak. Hurts. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Come on, Kate. Put me in. One play, one time. I may have retired back in '04, but I could pick up a couple inches on that sneak. Astounding that call did not turn into a first down. Come on, boys.
The Eagles are in punt formation. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And the touchdowns got to keep coming for them as they still trail here. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. That's Mayer. He's got it. Has a little bit up to the 21. Zach Bond with the tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Smith. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. Tried getting that one to Brock Bowers. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer, extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for them today.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. That's the line. He's going to run for it. And he's tackled for no gain.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Still going past the 40. And he gets this all the way to the 31-yard line. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Kate, you know by now I'm not shy about referencing movies during a game, and that run, that was a picture-perfect script. You get the defense thinking one thing, looking one way, then bam! You surprise them with a twist, and head the other way for a big run.
Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-possession game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
35. Raiders 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Laube with the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Genty. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This is Genty on second. Oh, he loses the football. But I believe a Raider covered that one, so the Raiders hang on to possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
3rd and long for him here. Out left, and Lockett makes the grab. And this is brought to a stop at let's say the 34-yard line there. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Smith on 1st down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Ryan getting it to Tyler Lockett. And it sets up 2nd down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Jalen Phillips finishing that play off.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's a screen play to Genty. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
It's plays like that, kid, right wrong. Where I sit and judge a defense, I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Their punter making his way out now. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense.
A waste of time. I swear I'm leaving the city
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Looking right, and he finds him. This one gets to the 22. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby.
There's no question, Kate, that the big play is down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. That's good.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Across the 45 and still going. And he's going to get all the way up to the midfield stripe. They get 19 on that pickup. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
First down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
13 more yards. That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, well, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
For an Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. A give to Barkley. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Eagles piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
Eagles 42, Raiders 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Roundy with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders have their offense back out there. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. Genty from the gun. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Phillips on the tackle.
The The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
From the gun, Smith. Eagles are on it, and down he goes. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
This overwhelming pressure in these sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. Looks great initially, but he is short on that first down marker. They rallied to him in time to force the fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And their offense has been playing at an extremely high level as this has become a runaway quickly. They've scored each of their last 2 times out. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Well, we're going to pause here, and for good reason. One of the Raiders was injured on that play and is being tended to. So 1st down from the 41. Hurts now from the gun. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
Eagles first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Here's another carry for Barkley. And this is going to get him right up near that 1st down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. And they bring him down around the 34. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Finds the in route, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's their football, and with that type of lead we've got on the scoreboard, this game pretty close to over. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down now, 7 to go. Hurts tucks it, starts running. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. And they catch it behind the line. Maybe the wrong read on the option there, Brock, but it kind of looked like the defense had both reads picked up pretty well there.
I'd agree with you, because the option, you're trying to option off of one defender, like a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
That time, well, the defense was all over it. Tremendous pursuit to knock him backwards.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles keep running away with this. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead.
Raiders 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Roundy with the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Smith in the pistol. He's trying to push the field. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
1st and 10 now. Here's Smith. That's complete to the sideline. Not a ton of room, but he does get the feet down.
Out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap to Smith. He brings it in. And he's going to be touched down at that spot, which means the effort makes it 1st and goal.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. And again, it's Smith. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So the incompletion on first. Here is second and goal. Again, it's Smith to the air. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders putting up points in a game decided. Geno Smith with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Carlson's extra point is good. And the Raiders cut the lead down to a more manageable 28 points. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Bigsby with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. On the play fake, it's Hurts. This is Cooper working the left side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that can tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Even with everything he backed up on that run, you could argue he deserved maybe a little bit more. That call was the perfect one to break for big yards. The only thing that saved the defense from a score was getting that contact to slow him down and eventually, finally, stop him.
1st and goal, they go option. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles continue piling it on here in the 4th. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, More times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles continue adding on to that lead. Hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Here's White on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception. And the Eagles return the interception close to the red zone. He's stopped inside the 25.
Kid, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They're going to win this game, but with touchdowns on 3 straight drives, Brock, they're probably going to want to keep that streak going. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the handoff, it's Barkley. Fights his way through a tackle. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
Going to the ground again on first. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They go to Barkley again. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Tries to convert with an option on 3rd down. Decent work on the run, but not enough for the first. The stop is made in time. It's 4th and short.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Elliott connects there. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Laube with the return. Escapes the defender. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And this group feeling a little urgency to make the most of this one, Brock, after they threw that interception the last time out.
Yeah, we know there's no more predictive stat in the NFL than giving the ball away. We walk that fine line as a quarterback. You can't play timid and scared to make a mistake, but you know you can't put the ball again in the other team's hands.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Completed over the middle. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Play action. Here's Smith. Finds him over the middle. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Now following the play, we see the medical staff hurrying out for an injured Raider. First and 10 now from the 46. Here's Smith. This one finds Thornton. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Smith on 1st down. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Smith yet again. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown, lost.
Smith's going to throw again. And he can't escape this. The Eagles take him down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here. Here he goes. 3rd and long. Looking. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long. And on this drive, yet again, find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Daniel Carlson out to try this Raiders field goal. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Carlson's kick is good. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3 Let your kicker get some points and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
To kick off for the Raiders.
Shipley now to return. He dodged the tackle. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And this defense, boy, just beyond frustrated this late in the game. How's a group supposed to deal with him as a passer, Brock, and dedicate the resources needed to slow down this type of day on the ground, too? All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
They're going option keeper on 1st and 10. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now. They go play action. Here's Hurts. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
3rd and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And they catch him just in time to prevent the first, but that got very close, didn't it? It's 4th and maybe a yard.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
Let's see what he can do on the return. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Brought in by his back here. It's Shenty. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Smith to the air now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. On the sneak at Smith. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Smith on first down. That's taken in by Tucker. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Smith. Taking a deep shot here. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete. And now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up.
Still second down.
They'll take second down behind the sticks now after that holding call. Out of the gun, here's Smith. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Smith. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
And he gets forward for 3 yards as we've reached our 2-minute warning. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles rolling here in a laugher. First down now, ball at the 33. All right, this is A.J. Dillon. The drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And an Eagles first down.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. That's a nice running there on that 7-yard gain. Make it 2nd down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
39-yard line.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. So beneath the chorus of Fly, Eagles Fly, it's a win for the Eagles. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Bronk, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.